Hi, welcome to Sketch Attack. I'm going to take you on a quick tour of the world of search engines. Bear with me here. Now, some people say uh, that searching is a skill. I do not look at it as a acquired skill. Maybe because I was taught it all my life and early on. But either way, just you have to recognize some shortcomings of search engines, and I'll demonstrate one type skill. Uh, so earlier, I took this little journey down the search engine where I was trying to recover a movie that I watched when I was in my teens. Uh, and um, so just to demonstrate a few things that happened is that the first movie recommended under these search terms is a movie that was most recent movie. Well, not most recent, but fairly recent. I mean, current, pretty much. And then you scroll down and you get lists of movies with fires. So basically, I was looking for a movie that kind of piqued my interest recently because in this movie, multiple fires were burning across the state, um, and it comes down to the apex of the story where the crew decides to bomb a wildfire. And you would think that just by these keywords, uh, you would think that it would come up with the accurate title after some digging, but once again, it comes up with the same things for any keyword, ignoring keywords actually. And then I did find this movie eventually. Okay, so I mean the backdraft film was pretty relevant. And so after searching through the search engine for a while, I found it to be kind of useless. So I went to a different search engine, and here we go, same inquiry. Uh, well, so I ran into kind of a curious issue actually with and besides that, they've introduced that which you don't see now, the whole AI answering deal here. I guess you have to be signed in for that. Um, So there it comes up with a list of fire movies, list of fire movies Wikipedia that comes up with about seven, but not the accurate title that I'm looking for. Uh, so and then there's the more current movie. So anyway, after some digging, I can't retrace my steps that way now, but it does come up with a accurate movie at some point, and the actual movie was Superfire, and the only reason I found is because I remembered the keyword Superfire. Didn't realize that it was the actual title, and so we will type this in, and there's the movie. And it's a for TV only movie, but it's not a minor movie. It was a high budget movie, pretty memorable too. But anyway. So the key thing was that they had settled on bombing this fire, and nowhere does it mention this plot. So if you look up, let's say on uh, IMDb, IMDb, let's see the plot here if it shows it. Uh, that's not actually where I was reading, but Okay, so it doesn't show the plot line BD. Okay, so plot line for this movie. Okay, let's say not another news either. We're not gonna read that. Pretty memorable movie, by the way. I must say. Super fire. Well, I was reading this on Movie recently, so it goes. Synopsis. Firefighter Powell blames himself for the death of his previous colleagues and gets a new assignment with a raging forest fire in Portland, Oregon. Has the whole city in jeopardy. Okay, that's where you get. That's what most of what you get the plot all over the uh movie databases, and that's not the key point of the plot. The key point of the plot was not a returning firefighter, problematic firefighter to the force. The key point of the plot was multiple fires raging, and they were about to merge, and so they bomb this fire. They make that executive decision to bomb the fire. Now, the point of interest here is that if you look at actually bombing wildfires, you get these results right here. 2018. Should the U.S. Air Force bomb fires? 2023. Bombing wildfire. Science tactics used to fight. 2014. Using explosives to put out wildfires is actually a good idea. Now, back on Google. Um, there is this 1984 paper, Bombing Wildfires Proposed Technology. So those or this most recent thing, bombing wildfires, and some tactics used to fight. Sweden bombed a wildfire in 2018. Okay, so uh, it's giving recent researches into bombing wildfires without mentioning that this was portrayed in the movie. Wikipedia also does not mention this, but that's irrelevant. And the bombing that Wikipedia talks about is water bombing. So where bombers were used for a long time, bombs were unsuccessful, and the use of internal water tanks was adopted instead. So they used to use water bombs. Okay, so the point of the video, to sum this up, is that um, search engines, I've come across problems that people have brought up, and sometimes they're a pain to use, but and other times they seem to be search engines seem to be intent on not finding information. And what's more, when they do find information, like in this case, it would have been fairly easy to pull up this movie for a search engine. I would think for a movie from 2002 that had a specific script. The algorithm that these oh, look at me using the hot word of the day, that these websites use seems to it seems to like avoid finding information rather than trying its hardest to find it. So a little corollary or a little tangent for my part is that like one would think that when you use a search engine to find things, it would be interesting if you were just overwhelmed by the amount of information coming out from around the world. But instead, the first thing you get when you search for firefighting movie, you get the 2017 movie, the 2020 movie. So doesn't that, in essence, make us sort of short-sighted?